Micron presents The Power of Memory, powered by CNBC TV 18.
In the age of intelligence, it's not just about creating data, it's about transforming it into meaningful insights that shape our world. Hello and a very warm welcome to Micron presents The Power of Memory, powered by CNBC TV 18. Today, artificial intelligence is no longer a distant dream. It's real, powerful, and reshaping industries across the globe. From self-learning systems to generative models that can create, predict, and solve problems, AI is pushing the boundaries of what is possible. But what powers this intelligence behind the scenes? The answer lies in memory and storage, the silent workhorses that help AI think, learn, and evolve. We are living in the age of intelligence accelerated, where AI is transforming the world at an unprecedented pace. Yet, without data, there is no AI. To unlock AI's full potential, data must be stored, moved, and processed with incredible speed and efficiency. Micron's storage solutions store and prepare the world's knowledge, and its memory helps turn it into intelligence fueling the AI revolution. As an industry leader in innovative memory and storage solutions, Micron is driving the data economy, enabling advances in artificial intelligence and 5G applications that unleash opportunities from the data center to the intelligent edge and across the client and mobile user experience. Let's dive into how Micron is building for AI with insights from leaders shaping the future of intelligence through cutting-edge technologies.
As all of us know, AI is a defining technology, and AI for most people means chatbots and search and summarization and being able to talk to Siri. But in context of Micron, AI means a lot more. AI can be thought of in layers. The first layer of AI helps us find new physics, new transistors, new devices. The second layer of AI can be thought of as design space optimization. It helps us optimize circuits around new physics, new devices better than what human beings can do. The third layer of AI, which is becoming the most popular, is reasoning. It helps us plan and reason. So what that means is we can actually now start to instruct AI as to how to build the circuits if we give it a plan, and it can possibly build a plan on its own. So AI has tremendous opportunities in being able to accelerate the pace of innovation, the new product paradigms, time to market, and so on and so forth. And AI will continue to improve from here. So the possibilities with AI are really, literally quite endless.
We've been using AI for quite a while in Micron, so it's not completely new to us. Of course, you hear a lot about generative AI now, but actually, we started the Smart Manufacturing AI organization back in 2015. Micron has a lot of data that gets produced out of all the factories. It's highly automated. And so as a result of it, we've got a lot of data that we can leverage. And we leverage for machine learning models, which means we do auto diagnostics. You see something happening at probe, for example. You want to understand what the root cause of that is. So we run auto diagnostics through machine learning models. That's through kind of data analysis, but we also do it for images, for example. We have images throughout the manufacturing line, and we will kind of run image analytics models, AI models, on top of that to understand where there's deviations. And that helps us in control of our quality, but it also helps us to improve overall yield. And then you know, of course, the last couple of years, the focus is a lot on generative AI. And so we use that extensively, even in my own organization, in Smart Manufacturing AI. The use of code assistance, so AI to help you code, is actually a massive productivity gain. And further on, it just helps us overall in more complicated problem-solving flows that will help really our engineers.
Micron is at the heart of enabling AI computing. And AI computing in all forms, all the way from the data center to the fog, which is the soft edge, and then to things like mobile phones, vehicles, and robots. In all of these, AI computing is memory-centric. You need lots of memory and high bandwidth memory to enable new computing paradigms in AI. And Micron, with its technology innovations in memory and system-level innovations in memory, will continue to define and participate in the new frontiers of AI computing.
The benefits are in many, many different areas, but it's mainly in those areas that matter the most for Micron, i.e. we're a very CapEx-intense business, so everything that we can do to max out, so produce more wafers out of the factory with the same number of assets, that's a very big driver. So we use a lot of simulation techniques for that, scheduling optimization, so there's a lot of focus there. Second one is yield-related efforts, right? So getting latest generation products out at high yield is something that drives a lot of benefit for the company. And I'd call out the last one is really around quality, making sure that throughout our entire manufacturing line, these highly complicated products, they get produced at the highest quality levels. And so those are like some key drivers, but of course there's many, many other areas that we focus on. For us in Smart Manufacturing AI, India is actually our largest location in terms of headcount. We have pretty much all of the different functions represented there. So we have functional resources there, we have data scientists, data engineers, machine learning engineers, solution architects, operation support teams. And so we see it really as kind of our talent pool that helps throughout all of the different functions. So they will help across front-end manufacturing, assembly and test, all the engineering related functions, and then also more recently around all of the business functions. So I do see India really as kind of a growth area for us, like where we can really tap on top talent that helps to drive all the AI transformation in the company.
If you look at these generative AI technologies, they span all our Micron pillars, from cost competitiveness to customer focus to innovation. So we're enabling capability for a sales team that allows them to understand in their customer interactions what the major issues are that customers are focused on. We're deploying generative AI technologies around code generation that allow our developers to be more productive, as well as our engineering team members. And then things like Microsoft Copilot, which is just enabling general productivity and well-being for all of our team members across Micron and making them more productive and efficient in their day-to-day tasks. We look at generative AI, it's really about integrating this generative AI capability into people's daily workflow and the tasks that they execute. So if you think about a custom firmware developer or a software developer, right? It's about integrating this generative AI tool so they're able to be more productive and capable in their day-to-day tasks. Our engineering teams have also used some of these generative AI tools to create sort of advanced search capability. So it's about team members learning how to integrate this technology into their daily workflow. There's some great examples we've seen across our engineering team members in Singapore, where they have taken this technology and they've looked at tasks they perform on a daily basis that sometimes are a little bit manual in nature, pulling something out of one system, putting it somewhere else, then doing analysis. And they've used this technology to teach them how to do things like Python code to automate the extractions, load it into a scalable database where they can then run their analytics. We've even seen some really novel examples where people have used the technology to ingest a whole manual from like a tool provider, which will be hundreds of pages long, and then compare the configuration files on the actual tool all through the use of Gen AI. So it's very much about people understanding the art of the possible from a Gen AI perspective and then thinking about how they integrate that into their daily workflow.
There is one more aspect of AI that I want to discuss, which is particularly important in context of not only in India, but the global. Many people have a doomsday scenario of AI, where AI will come in and take jobs and disempower us. My view is the opposite, and I said this before, I'd like to say it again. When ATMs came around in the late 1970s, everybody thought that branches and bank tellers were going to disappear, and exactly the opposite happened. Everybody started using ATMs and they needed more services from banks, and we needed more bank tellers than anything else. And I think the same story will repeat with AI. The pace of innovation, the new frontiers that AI will uncover for us will change the way we imagine the future and create new opportunities for all of us in being able to participate in that future. So AI will bring new opportunities for all of us: improved health, improved medicine, improved communication, and maybe even new frontiers in space. So we really look forward to it. And so AI will, I think, at the end of the day, benefit us in many ways.
Those were some fascinating insights into how Micron is building the foundation for the AI-powered future. After the break, we will explore how Micron is using AI across its IT infrastructure tools, driving innovation across processes from IT to security and real-time analytics while transforming into an AI-first organization. Don't go anywhere.
Micron presents The Power of Memory, powered by CNBC TV 18. Micron presents The Power of Memory, powered by CNBC TV 18.
Welcome back. You're watching Micron Presents The Power of Memory, powered by CNBC TV 18. Before the break, we explored how Micron is helping the world build for AI. Now let's turn the spotlight to hear from leaders driving Micron's internal AI evolution.
Our Gen AI chatbot around IT ticketing. You would have to call someone at the help desk, request a password reset. That's now all automated. So team members can go into these chatbots. They fundamentally, because of the large language model capability underneath it, understand what the user's asking them. And then now we've created the automation and then automatically execute the task that the team member is asking for. So it's not so much about saving IT time, but from a user experience perspective, what used to take them a phone call, an hour or two, and maybe a lot of conversations, they can now do by themselves in 5 minutes. So we have examples of that. We have examples of approving purchase orders, things that would require people to go into multiple systems, spend 20 minutes trying to remember how to navigate a system. They can now do that automatically in these tools that we've created. Code generation for our custom developers, our software developers is another great example. We've seen a 20 to 30% efficiency gain for our team members as you use this tool and technology side by side with them as a enabler, if you will, that allows them to be much more productive and efficient and get about 20 to 30% productivity increase. And then we have some simpler examples where simple things like preparing for meetings and using these Microsoft tools, these Microsoft co-pilots as they call them. They can go in and say, hey, help me prepare for a meeting. It understands the meeting you're referencing. It knows all the emails that you have related to that meeting and also has visibility into your documents in SharePoint and OneDrive and can help prepare you for meetings or simply summarize. We all get these emails that are 10 miles long and it takes forever to read them. Using these technologies, you can summarize that email and see tremendous time saving for team members as they're trying to ingest large amounts of information.
The research center started based on the vision from the senior leadership, and it is focused on increasing the cross-functional collaboration between the different teams in India. And the two major areas we are working in the research center are one more related to the infusing the AI as co-pilots into our engineering process, specifically more on the silicon development. And the second one is essentially developing the large-scale distributed training systems that includes our HBM as well as the other products, including the enterprise SSDs. So these are the two major themes or projects we're working on. And in terms of the how we want to scale up, we already have an existing R&D relations with several of the universities in India, and we'd like to increase those collaborations. And also going forward, we'd be looking in terms of the more technology development related research problems, because that's where we see a lot of ecosystem in India is. And one of the main use right now we are seeing for these co-pilots is that they can help engineers to quickly understand for instance, complex code repos, more looking in terms of what are the features in terms of the large code repo, and also it can explain well what are the features in the repo, and also it can help when you're running the code, it can help highlight what could be the potential issues or what could be the potential features that can be added. So that's one I would say major benefit from using these LLMs and reasoning agents. And the second benefit I see for the engineers is that especially for the engineers who are into the advanced technology development, they have to read a lot of things, both internal documents as well as the external papers. So there's a lot of research that goes on these days. There are like tons of papers that come out. It's essentially virtually impossible for anyone to read all these ones. In one way, having these reasoning agents to help summarize these papers would be a starting point. One still needs to read these papers in depth, like as a human really need to read the papers, but essentially LLMs and reasoning agent could give a quick start in terms of the which areas to focus on, which papers to focus. One of the important benefits we see from the agents is essentially the ability to analyze large data sets, because if you were to write a specialized program, that itself is a large effort. So essentially with the LLMs and reasoning agents, we have essentially like a general tool that again you don't need to do spending a lot of code. Essentially you can just deploy it, and what we can essentially say that on any of the data sets you have, sometimes when you need to like inquire a lot of internal documentation, what we call as a RAG based LLM flow, you can set up that flow and then you can ask questions on your internal documents. That's a very important benefit to all the engineers, both junior engineers as well as the senior engineers. Micron has been a great adopter of AI technologies at like large scale, both in terms of the manufacturing and both in terms of the enterprise flow also. Now Micron is adopting in the engineering flows as well.
The world is in the middle of a very interesting AI transformation. The volume of data, the breadth of data, the speed and the depth of data has been increasing overall. And no wonder at Micron we are active players and also active watchers of what's happening in the AI world. Like any tech company, we have we are also adopters of AI, and we're also building products for AI. And let me talk to each one of it briefly for you. As a builder of AI, we have a lovely portfolio, which is our traditional DRAM and NAND products, but of late, the high bandwidth memory products, which are very crucial for working in conjunction with this high performance GPUs. Think of it this way: if you don't have a place to store data and meaningfully and in a fast way access it, the whole AI premise completely falls apart. So building products for enabling AI, just remember, anytime you see a GPU product, there's a reasonable chance it's coming along with a high performance memory from Micron. So that's one part of our portfolio. The good part here is a lot of those products get designed here in India in conjunction with other sites. So almost every engineering employee at Micron India is playing his or her fair share in enabling this AI revolution. The other part of our portfolio is adoption. Silicon cycles are very complex, right? But from the time we design a silicon to the time we actually get a high-yielding piece of silicon, it can take up to 18 or more months. And so it's very important that we look at all the opportunities of relevant, meaningful automation in the workflows and design flows, what we call shift left in our engineering parlance. So clearly, a lot of opportunities exist, and a lot of our teams here at Micron India are actively looking at how we can look at layout, verification, validation, debug, many aspects of design flow, use more and more of AI in that. On top of it, we also have teams building a lot of tools that find active use in our day-to-day productivity. It could be our approval chatbots, it could be smart manufacturing tools that are responsible for ensuring we detect defects much earlier. So what I am seeing right now after a very long time is a transformative moment for all of us. Here at Micron India, with 4,500 plus employees, we have a unique chance to ensure that we not only actively play, but we create a culture within the site of being AI first. Think of AI tools as more of a default primary option rather than being a little cynical or being defensive about its use. So excited at the prospects that lay ahead of us and what we are actually getting done today at Micron India in making this AI momentum a more real thing.
Well, as we've seen today, Micron is not only enabling AI, it's living it. By powering global innovation with high-performance memory and storage, and by adopting AI across its own operations, Micron is setting new benchmarks for what is possible. Micron India plays a crucial role in this journey, contributing talent, technology, and vision to a future shaped by intelligence. Thank you for joining us today on Micron Presents The Power of Memory, powered by CNBC TV 18. Until next time, stay curious and stay inspired.
Micron presents The Power of Memory, powered by CNBC TV 18.